Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with our next topic, that is chapter number 13, electricity. Now all of you are very well known to this term, that's electricity, because it's an useful form of energy that is very important ones, and it plays a very important role in our daily life. Yes, we all use electricity to make our life easier, to make our work easier. And the best example that could be taken is the time that's going on. Yes, during this pandemic time, we are utilizing electricity even for studies. Yes or no? We are having online classes, we are sending you all videos. So that's the best example and a usage of the usage of electricity. Can you all think about the same condition if it could occur some years before when electricity was not being invented? No, we can't think of it at all, because it won't be possible at that particular time if we think of it, but now it is possible for us. So in this particular chapter we are going to see how is electricity generated, what is electricity first. Okay, so electricity, it is a form of energy, and to understand about electricity we must first know about an atom. Now you all are very well known to what is an atom, because in our earlier chapter, first chapter, we have seen that atom is a smallest particle of matter, or we can say it's the smallest particle of any non-living thing. Okay, when as we human beings have cell as the basic structure, non-living things have atoms as their basic structure. So in this particular topic we'll talk more about atom, and we will talk about the particles that are present in an atom. Okay, what charges do they have, what role do they play in electricity, that all we are going to discuss in this particular chapter. So in the diagram you can see over there that the center part where there are two colored balls, a yellow ball and a blue ball that can be seen, they are the two particles present in the center, and the central part of atom is known as nucleus. Now this diagram seems to be it resembles like something. Yes, it resembles the solar system that we have. It makes us remind about the sun as the center of the solar system and planets revolving around it. So the same way, the structure of an atom has a nucleus which has two particles present in it, that is protons and neutrons. Now protons here carry positive charge, neutrons are neutral, they don't have any charge on them, and the ones which are revolving around the nucleus, they are the electrons which have a negative charge on them. Okay, so these are the three particles that are present or make up the atom. Now as we have already seen that they have charges on them, how do this form a structure of a particular atom? Okay, so most of the mass of an atom is concentrated in an extremely small part, which we have already seen that it makes up the nucleus, and the electrons keeps on moving around it. Electrons are negatively charged which orbits around nucleus in a particular shell. They all have a typical shell as planets have. They do not move in a same orbit. They have a different orbit for its revolution around it. Now the next topic of ours is electric charge. Now these all have the charges, the negative, positive and the neutral charge which are present on the particles. These are known as electric charges. Now it can be observed that how these charges are being present by carrying an activity, like when you have a comb, when you comb your hair, but the hairs must be dry, you can try it. The hair must be dry, you can just run the comb in your hairs around 20 to 30 times, and then you can bring that comb near some pieces of paper. You might have done it, but that kind of activity will give you a new kind to learn, that is when you run the comb in your hairs 20 to 30 times, a charge is being developed in the comb, and when you bring that close to the bits of paper, these paper bits will get attracted towards the comb because they have been electrically charged, and therefore they attract towards each other. Now why does attraction takes place? Because there is a charge present on it. Okay, now here in the diagram you can see that when particles of different charges are brought together, they attract to each other. Like in plus and minus, or the positive and negative particles, when are brought together, they attract towards each other, and the particles which have same or like charges are brought together, they repel or move away from each other. So the same practice is being done when we are doing this activity. The comb has got positively charged, it has been positively charged by rubbing it on the hair, and the bits of paper have negative charge, and therefore they are attracted towards each other. This you can even check when you rub two things along each other, charge is being developed between them. Okay, so this kind of electricity which is being generated by rubbing the object against each other is known as static electricity. Now as we have seen that electrons are present in the outermost orbit or in the orbits which keep on revolving around the nucleus, here many a times the while rubbing or while doing this activity, static electricity where it's been generated, transfer of electron takes place. Now when these electrons transfer, when we are rubbing a certain thing, some of the atoms loses electron and some atom gains electron. So the atom which gains more number of electrons will be negatively charged, and the atom which loses an electron, it gains a positive charge. And this is how charges are being developed between two particles when we rub against each other. Is this clear to everyone? So the next part, that is conductors and insulators, we are going to talk in our next part of the video.